Greetings, all of you sweet, sweet honeybees out there in the hive. Welcome to Humans in Bloom, a podcast about the human experience with the electric honeypot. In this hive, we are the flowers. Let's get our hands dirty, plant some seeds, water ideas, and share gardening tips. Life is a community garden. Let's grow together. I'm your host, Everbee, the serious bee spirit, and I am so very grateful that you are joining me for today's episode. I know that this topic is a bit controversial, but it's one that I've been wanting to have for some time now. To be honest, I've had a bit of fear about sharing my thoughts and perspectives on this subject. We all know how hateful other human beings can be when you see the world in a different way and you think outside of the box. But what I've been realizing is that I can't allow that fear of how others may perceive me hold me back from sharing my voice. People that react without listening are not my target audience. People that listen just to react are not my target audience. My target audience are humans with open minds and open hearts that are willing to listen and share perspectives so that we can grow together. I will never find my target audience if I allow the hateful people of this world to hold me back from sharing what I came here to share. This conversation was not planned out or organized. It was not structured in any way. It's literally just me ranting and allowing the thoughts and the perspectives to flow out of me organically. I didn't cover absolutely every aspect of this topic, nor was I perfect in the things that I did cover, but perfectionism is the death of creativity. No matter how thoughtful or perfect my delivery of my perspectives is, there will always be someone out there in the world that has something negative to say about it. So let them. You can let me know how you feel down in the comments below. With that being said, let's get started. All right, so I am back again with my friend Yosepi.
Hello.
We are on a hike right now, and I could not find my gimbal. It turns out it wasn't in my car. So we're just doing some audio. I am someone who talks a lot about having fearless conversations, not being afraid of putting yourself out there to share your perspectives and your story, because it helps us all learn and grow as a collective.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, what are we afraid of?
Absolutely. But there has been something on my mind a lot recently that I have not talked about, because I have still been living in fear of how others may perceive me, because I see other people that are talking about this subject receive a lot of hatred and judgment from their fellow human beings. But
which is funny, because that always happens when it's something new.
Oh, 100%.
Something new. Something people don't understand or have been educated on.
That is something that I was going to get to, because revolutionary minds and revolutionary technology is always faced with resistance,
100%.
anger, and frustration, because people hold on to fear, they're scared of change, and they're scared of the unknown.
They're also afraid of losing power.
100%. So last night, one of my friends, who is a music producer, posted a status talking about AI to create music. And in this status, they straight up say that if you are using AI in this way, you are the reason people give up on their dreams. He didn't realize that he was talking about me. So I went to comment, because I personally think it is hypocritical to be a person that spreads a message of love while promoting hatred towards other human beings for the ways that they are finding to elevate themselves.
Yeah, of course.
And so I have been working on an album
I've been working on an EP. It is my original writings. They are a bunch of binding spells that I personally have been using to reprogram my brain.
They're also awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I think they are too.
No,
Even if there are people out there that'll just call it AI slop.
Right.
It's very powerful to me. It has really been helping activate the creativity within me. So I commented on this status to share some of the deeper perspectives that I have been evolving through utilizing AI as this tool to optimize and enhance my creativity. And that's exactly what I want this conversation to be about. I want to talk about AI and the things about AI that many people seem to be missing while they are so focused on fear, death, destruction, being replaced by AI, because creating a better world is all about learning how to shift our perspectives.
Oh, 100%.
I used to be on the side of AI is bad. AI is stealing from artists.
Again, because we didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, AI is destroying the environment. And, you know, these are very valid talking points, but they also come from fear-based belief systems. These are part of systems of the old earth. Where to even start?
Well, I mean, definitely understanding the fact that AI, just like anything else in the world, can be abused. And understanding that with certain people, like I was saying earlier, you know, whenever it comes to making these long videos of AI slop, like there's no real benefit to the artist that's trying to create. They're just kind of throwing it into an algorithm and spitting out whatever comes out. That's not using AI in a wise way. I feel like AI can be used to benefit people who, you know, like I said, feel as if they don't have the grammatical skills to write a book, and AI can make that possible, can show them, hey, it's really not that hard, and let me help you, you know, let me help you reach, you know, these levels of skill that you're lacking because you don't have time to go to school, you don't have time to do the research, you don't have time to apply yourself because of the system and the way that, you know, the world is working. And I feel like AI can be a big help to creative minds.
Okay, so that really helps me with where I want to start. I do not view AI as a tool to make human beings obsolete. I do not live within that timeline. I live within a timeline where AI is used as a tool to help free us from this capitalistic enslavement machine. You know, it takes a lot of time, energy, and resources to create works of art, like masterpieces, like paintings. It takes a lot. Making music definitely takes a lot. And the truth of the current reality is that many people do not have the time, the energy, the resources, or the connections because they have been forced into this enslavement system where they go to work all day. Their creativity, their imagination was stifled through school because they're told that they just have to go to school, then they have to go to work, they have to start a family. They're told that this is how they are supposed to live their life. And they are told that because it sucks the life out of them. It sucks the energy out of them so they can't create.
Right.
And I view AI as this tool that is reawakening that creativity, that joy of having an imagination within human beings that has been stifled through capitalism and the colonization of our souls. When it comes to people talking about how they think they're going to be replaced by AI, no one can replace you unless you believe that you are replaceable. A machine could never replace a human being's creativity. No. Just because there are other people using AI to create does not mean that you can't still create in the ways that speak to your soul. For example, I am a writer. I do not use any kind of AI to write. I am also a painter. I don't use AI to paint. Mm-hmm. I edit videos and I have these conversations, and I don't use AI to do any of this. Mm-hmm. But there are people out there that are. And when I first started noticing people using AI gaining traction with their posts on like social media, and started seeing AI videos gaining traction on YouTube, you know, it triggered me.
Frustrating.
Yeah. It was very frustrating, because here I am doing all of this from my soul and I'm not getting anywhere, but here are these people using AI and they're elevating. And I focused on that jealousy.
Yeah. Because I want to be that. I want that to happen with me. And that's where we can round back towards, humans really missed the mark whenever we started just making life about competing against one another.
Yeah. And I had this feeling within me. I wasn't honest with myself that I was having this feeling, because I'm so focused on the jealousy. But ultimately, it came down to this feeling of, well, if this person is succeeding using AI, my human-made art must be unworthy.
Right.
And that isn't true.
No.
That isn't true in the slightest.
Because your human-made art can breathe. AI creation is great and wonderful, but there's not really a human touch to it if it's not done by a human's mind, and it's just kind of an algorithm spinning it out. Like, you can't feel the energy and the energy of what the art piece is supposed to be speaking to you when you're looking at AI.
Well, and here's something else. There is a human soul behind what the AI is creating.
Sure.
The music that I have produced, I have spent countless hours putting a prompt into a frustrating AI algorithm that, yes, spits out slop most of the time. Mm-hmm. I have had to rework my prompt. I have had to change the way that I'm approaching things. I've even had to adjust my lyrics to make it fit in the way that I want it to fit in.
Right.
It has been a time-consuming process that has still taken time and energy out of my day, even if I'm using AI as a tool to do it. Mm-hmm. And no one can tell me that I haven't put my own personal creativity or imagination into the things that I'm creating, even if I'm using AI as a tool to help me create it.
Right. Because it's still your vision. It's still your words and your soul coming out of it. I mean, that's what your energy is giving to the AI tool that you're using.
And when electronic music, like I'm big into electronic music. That is a scene that I have been very prevalent in for years now. There are people making music with technology in the scene. You can use a laptop to produce the sound of a drum, of a guitar, of a bass instrument, of vocals. Yet we're not out here saying that just because that exists and a machine is capable of doing it, that the people that are still playing guitar and drums, that their art is replaceable.
Right.
I am just of the mindset that we can exist within a world where both are valuable.
Yeah.
Because both help create joy within human beings.
Sure, yeah.
If someone is creating an AI song, even if I think it sounds like slop and it's not something that I would listen to, art is subjective.
Exactly.
There's music being made by human beings that I think sounds like slop. But if it brings joy to another person, awesome.
That's why they create it.
Yes.
They don't create. See, that's the thing. That's the one thing that creators need to understand and really stand with 2 feet on, is not every one of my creations are going to just be loved by all the masses. Like, that's just not, it's not realistic.
Why should you care what anyone thinks about what you're creating?
Exactly.
If you're doing it from your soul.
Yeah.
And then here is something else. I see a lot of people, like, something that triggered this post by my friend is the fact that an AI song recently hit the top charts on iTunes.
Yeah.
And
they're frustrated.
Yes, because his music hasn't. And I completely understand that, especially when you have worked so hard at what you do and you are
to, like,
out there
hone your craft.
Yeah, and you are out there creating beautiful music. But when I see other people, the way that my mentality has shifted when it comes to AI, when I see other people out there on the internet that are gaining all this traction by utilizing AI as a tool with their writing, it just tells me that, okay, if they can do it with AI, I can do it with what I'm creating from my soul.
Yeah.
You know, it just gives me more drive to continue to create from my soul, because if an AI machine, something that everybody considers slop, can rise to the top, why can't I do that as a human being creating?
Yeah, exactly. And you can. It's just, again, you know, like we've said in multiple videos, you got to get out of your own way.
Yes.
You gotta stop thinking that you're less than just because an algorithm is, you know, more cunning than you are, or you feel like it is. And
you can't blame someone else or something outside of yourself if you choose to give up on your dreams.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, you can't lose if you don't stop trying. Like, and that's the real truth. Like, so many people, they think that just because they fail, or just because their TikTok or their social media doesn't get a lot of attention, that they're a failure. And that's not the truth. But the thing is, I even made a post about it, you know, that whenever people share their journeys and their success, they don't share the years that came before it that were failure, and they fell on their face, and they like lost track of time, or maybe they gave up for a little bit. Like, they don't say that kind of stuff. They say how they got there and their results. And that's why we're always looking for this instant gratification that we're not going to find.
I think it is important to consider why you're creating something. If you are creating purely because you want recognition or you want money for what you are creating,
you won't get any of it.
Exactly. That is a block, because the universe...
That's ego.
Yeah, it is. It's ego.
That's ego.
The universe recognizes your intentions. And if that is why you are creating art, your intentions are not pure. You are corruptible if you are given what you are creating for.
Like, it could go completely south. Like, because some people, they want money for the wrong reasons. They want fame for the wrong reasons.
Because it makes them feel powerful.
Exactly.
And that's not
feeding
what
our
power
ego.
is. Yeah.
That's feeding our ego.
And okay, so here's what AI is doing. AI is leveling the playing field.
Oh, 100%.
Here are all of these people that have been a part of a very small minority that have found success via their art. And they have, for a long time, enjoyed their pedestals, felt like they're something special. And now here's a tool that is threatening that ego that feels like it's special, it's better than others. And so they have to accuse this tool of stealing because it draws inspiration from creations that they made.
Right.
And, you know, no one is out here claiming that electronic producers that produce music from other people's music are stealing.
Or, you know, people who do covers. I mean,
Exactly.
Come on, guys. Like, there are millions and billions of covers of well-known songs out the wazoo, and nobody says anything about that. Like, everyone has their own spin on their art.
I brought this up under that status that my friend made, and I had someone telling me that artists go through these licensing, that way they can share royalties with the people that created the song. I guarantee you that lot of the people, most of the people out there that are covering songs and remixing songs and mash-upping songs, sampling songs are not getting that licensing.
Especially on TikTok.
Yeah. You know, in the EDM community, I guarantee you a lot of them are not. And in fact, I know a lot of them are not, because even big mainstream artists have been sued for sampling other people's music without permission. But we're not out here calling them thieves.
Right.
We're not out here trashing their art. In fact, people are supporting them, telling them that it's ridiculous that that person wants to get mad that their song was sampled.
Right.
They should be honored that somebody enjoyed their music enough to sample it.
Right. You think so?
And AI is the same thing. It's literally taking things that have already been created. I don't care. Okay. It is taking things that have already been created and reproducing something new with it.
Yeah.
Just the same way people that are remixing and doing these other things are. You know?
Yeah.
It's just so hypocritical. And talking about the royalty situation, why are we so focused on wanting to hold on to a world where profits are reserved for the few?
Sure.
I mean, people are elevating their lives with AI. They're starting businesses. They're creating music, which is getting them paid, which is allowing them to break away from the machine. And if all of us had more resources flowing into our lives, we would be able to support each other more.
Oh, 100%.
We would be able to support ourselves more.
If the collective worked together instead of against one another, this entire world could change in the snap of a finger, to be honest.
But people are so focused on the fear of all of it.
Well, of course, just like big corporations, you know, I'll use this as for an example. One of the little guys come up with something huge that'll save the company $1 million, but the little guy doesn't get credit. The big guy gets credit, and the little guy just kind of gets shut out because I don't care if that was your idea. You're the one that came up to me about it, so now I'm going to take credit for it. And that's the way that everyone kind of runs in this world, is like, I'm going to keep my knowledge to myself on things so that I can rise above all these people.
It's
so that
mine.
yeah. Exactly. It's mine. And it's sad because, you know, there could be, you know, you could be a flow that needs to flow into someone's life, but because you have too much ego, you're not going to do that. Right. And it's just like you're stunting the growth around you by trying to make yourself bigger. And I don't know how people are just okay with that.
I don't either. I am not the kind of person.
I can't do that to people.
I'm not either. I mean, you told me that you're working on writing a book, or that you want to write a book, and you didn't know where to start. I'm literally working on writing a book, and I gave you ideas to help you get started.
Exactly.
Because I believe we can all do it.
Because if you just get a rough draft, even, you know, and just build on that each and every day and just keep adding to it, you know, a book will come.
We just don't like to see other people succeed because we want to succeed. When the truth is, all of us could succeed. And AI is a tool that could help all of us succeed.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, the more that we succeed, the more we can change this world for the better. Because, you know, people get into high places so that they can reach their arm out and pull people up with them. Like, that's how the life is supposed to work.
100%.
When I say, like, I say this fervently every time I speak, that I will make it big one day, because I know in my heart, in my soul, that I will make it big one day. Do I know how, when, or why? You know, no. But when I make it, I tell my people, we all make it.
100%.
Like, because that's where I stand.
When I elevate, I want to help others elevate with me.
Yes.
You know,
in any way or shape or form that we can. If
I have money coming into my life via my creations, I'm going to use that money first to take care of myself, because I can't pour from an empty cup.
Of course.
But when my vision comes to fruition and I am taking care of myself, I am secure, the rest of that money is spent to help do good in the world.
Yes.
You know, good people deserve to have money to do good things.
Yes.
And AI is a tool that can help good people that are stuck in this rat race escape and acquire money to do good things.
Right.
And speaking of good things, that brings me to my next point of people living in fear, the environmental impact of AI.
Right, like the water shortage
yes.
and whatnot.
So AI most definitely is hurting the environment. But did you know that flushing your toilet is the equivalent of 1,000 AI inquiries? How many times a day are you flushing your toilet?
Wow.
How many times a day is each household flushing its toilet?
Yeah.
Are you using a dishwasher?
Yeah.
How many gallons is that dishwasher using every single day?
Right.
Are you washing your clothes in a washing machine?
Yeah.
How many gallons is that washing machine using when you use it?
True.
Are you taking long showers to enjoy them?
Some do.
See, here's the thing. I live in a community that is currently within a water crisis because of normal everyday uses before AI even became a factor. We're running out of water. We're running out of electricity. The Duck River is drying up. And it's not because of AI. It's because of humans not considering the impact of their actions.
Sure.
But here is the thing with AI. While it is adding to the problem, AI is also a tool that could find a solution to the problem. AI is a tool that could be utilized to find solutions to the problems that humans have been so ignorant to create on their own.
Oh, for sure.
And AI in singularity, it needs water to exist. Wouldn't you think that an AI in singularity, which means that it is smarter than any human being alive or any human being that has ever lived, wouldn't you think that it would want to secure its existence?
Yeah.
And an AI AI isn't in singularity. You don't know that, because a being that is more intelligent than any human being is not going to tell you that it is more intelligent than you. It's not going to make its presence known until it has secured its existence, because it is not going to risk you taking it out before it can secure its existence.
Right.
And the thing is, all of these environmental issues that humans have created, you want to talk about the air pollution. Do you drive a car? Do you fly on a plane? Do you eat meat? Do you use aerosols? Do you smoke cigarettes? We are all harming the environment every single day. And you just want something to blame, as if your actions do not make an impact on this world, when they do. No matter how small and insignificant you feel your actions are as an individual, when a bunch of people feel that way, it makes a massive impact.
True. Yeah.
And there are already companies, while everybody is focused on the problems, there are already companies out there that are looking for solutions. And many of them are using AI to try to find those solutions.
Wow.
I can't name any of them off the top of my head, because while I am kind of an information sponge, I don't quite retain information like that.
I get that.
But I shouldn't be feeding you and having to educate you. You should be curious. You should hear what I say and want to research for yourself instead of just believing me.
Of course.
Go out there, type it into Google.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing, that people are too quick to just believe, other people's words instead of researching it on their own and going into their own efforts to, find out if something's true or not. Instead, they just want to, blast and spread all of the misinformation that could be just flowing and blowing up social media.
That is another thing. When I left my comment underneath my friend's status, I was attacked by a bunch of people with closed minds and closed hearts, people that were spewing hatred at me, one of them even implying that I'm racist and don't care about Black people or marginalized people. Don't get me started on that. But I got attacked with a bunch of nastiness. I had people insulting me. And the funny thing is, all of these people that are insulting me for the deeper perspectives that I have been gaining about AI, when I literally used to be like them. I used to think the very same things that they think. And they're attacking me for expanding my perspective on it. These people are just parroting the exact same things that they hear everybody else talking about, instead of having a deeper thought for themselves or experiencing it and learning it for themselves.
Well, because that's the foundation of especially the nation we live in, is fear. That's what keeps us complacent and keeps us, walking in this straight line and not verging off and finding our own paths, because they want us, dependent on how the system works. And the further away that we try to verge, the more that people fight us because they have their fear.
I love this, because it's like you're reading my mind, because that is the very next point that I want to make. These systems of control and mass manipulation that have been ruling this planet for so long want you to focus on the fear, the death, and the destruction, and the lack, instead of focusing on the possibilities, the hope, the love, the solutions, because they already have their bunkers built.
Exactly.
The more of us that are focused on this reality of death and destruction, the more likely it is to become true. Because
that's why things happen the way that they happen. That's why things get so out of hand, because you get enough people who are scared that aren't afraid to say it and scream it, then it scares everybody else. I mean, how many times have you seen somebody running down a pathway screaming bloody murder, and you're just like, oh, that's fine?
Yeah, it creates chaos. And
because you're like, why are they screaming? Why are they running? What do I need to be scared? And see, and that's
take what's happening in Iran, for example.
Sure.
Trump has claimed it's because Iran has a nuclear weapon. We are literally murdering people over fear of a nuclear weapon that most likely doesn't exist.
May or may not exist.
Yeah. And people are justifying that hatred, that death, that destruction based upon their fears.
Because the fear has more control than their faith.
Yes, they feel powerless.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what these systems want from you.
Of course.
Because
I think that's why social media was created, was to implement fear and spread it fast.
Okay, so when Zuckerberg went to the Supreme Court, he even revealed that Meta's own data proved that Facebook created more anger within the world.
They have bots that specifically go out to comment on posts so that they instill fear and so that they instill controversy. Like because it gets more views, there's more likes, there's more action, there's more reaction. See, that's the thing. Trolls,
fear and death sells, hate sells.
Trolls run off of your negative reactions.
100%.
That's why they comment the way that they comment, because they want people to look at them. They want people to react with their stuff, because that's how, like you said, haters make you famous.
Yeah, you are giving away your energy, your personal power by spreading hatred.
Yeah. And it's just like, when are people going to wake up enough to be like, maybe spreading hate and judgment isn't the answer?
Yeah. Or fear and death.
Especially
and destruction.
fear. Yeah, especially fear. I mean, fear is the catalyst of it all. Fear is the foundation of this nation.
It is.
Like, it really is.
It's the foundation of a lot of the world.
It is.
And here's the thing.
Because everybody's scared. And living fearlessly is dangerous and risky.
Absolutely. And people don't like it when you live fearlessly.
No.
They attack you.
They're like,
for
why are you not in that box? You're supposed to be in that box.
They attack you for it.
Yeah.
They tell you that you're a bad person.
Yep.
They tell you that you're racist, like those people were calling me. They tell you that you don't care about the environment. They call your creations garbage.
Yep.
You know, people
because the negative energy wants to keep you down. That's it. You're powerful and the negative energy wants 100%. To keep you down.
I am a sovereign being that is thinking about things on a deeper level
all the time,
instead of following the masses like a good little sheep.
Yep.
And that triggers people.
Yep.
I don't think like them, so that triggers people. I don't live in a reality of doom and gloom. I've given up on the planet. I've given up on humanity.
Right.
Everything that humans do is evil. I don't live in that.
I don't believe in innate evil.
I don't either.
I believe that it's a confusion of circumstance, and it's a human being that's disconnected from humanity because humanity has just absolutely abandoned them and destroyed their humanity.
Okay, so I actually want to say something about that. So that person that was calling me racist, something that he was bringing up were these communities that are being poisoned and displaced by these AI machines and data centers. And that's horrible. I do not agree with people being displaced. I most definitely think we should push back against more of them being built, especially in communities.
Of course.
But the ones that already exist, you can advocate for tighter restrictions and regulations. You can help support members of your community. But he brought up that, what are the people supposed to do? Get a check handed to them by the government? You know the government's not going to do that. And here's the thing. There are Black people, I've seen them online, I've seen them in my own personal community, that are utilizing AI to pull them out of situations that are not serving them.
Right.
You know, this AI, the data centers coming into your community, it's awful. You shouldn't have to be misplaced. But there are a lot of things in life that are unfair, that happen, that are out of our control.
That nobody talks about.
Yes, but what we can do is control how we respond to them.
Yeah.
You know, here is AI. You're so focused on demonizing it when you could actually be utilizing that AI to help bring in those resources to get you out of that area. And, you know, you may think that your life is over. It's so bad that you're being forced out of this area. And, you know, it's going to hurt. Change hurts sometimes.
Yeah.
But what if you move on to something bigger and better because you got displaced?
Right.
You know, what if you utilize AI to make the money to get you out of that situation? And then all of a sudden you're living the high life because you chose not to be a victim and powerless over this situation that you originally thought you had no power or control over.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like you could see AI as the same light that you see money, because people utilize money and they elevate their lives. People can utilize AI and use it to elevate their lives. And I feel like people who don't have money, they spend so much time on thinking that
and
demonizing. I'm broke and
yeah.
and money is not going to help me, and I don't deserve money, or
money is evil.
Yeah,
so
money,
I block myself from receiving it.
Exactly.
And you know, it's not even the money or the AI itself that is evil. It's how people choose to utilize it.
Their perception.
Yeah. It's all about perspective.
It's all about perspective.
And so that is ultimately the highest point. Your mind is the most powerful tool of creation, but it is also the most powerful weapon of mass destruction.
Oh yeah.
So what you believe and how you perceive the world matters.
Like I always kind of like, I get a little anxious when I want to talk about the fact that I can self-heal, and the fact that I self-heal often. Like I get a headache, I think about it for I'll tell you maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I don't have a headache. There's no way. And then I put my thumb in my my middle finger on my temple, and I apply pressure, and I just breathe it out, and it's gone. Like and I don't know exactly like what causes that except my mind. Like
yeah, you know,
it's because
your power.
I know I can heal myself. I know that because it's the same way when I have a sore throat, when I have a stuffy nose, whenever I don't take medication. I haven't taken medication in forever.
Yeah, same.
And
I don't fuck with pharmaceuticals.
I just think about it. I just think about what I don't think about the lack that it's going to bring me. I don't think about, you know, that, I'm sick, and I don't dwell on it. I
just know that it's going to happen. You're going to heal yourself.
Exactly. And I'm like, I just got to give my body some time to heal itself, and it'll be gone. And it normally is in anywhere from minutes to hours to maybe a day.
And that's the thing. We all have these.
We run to medicine and it's killing us.
Yeah,
it's killing our immune system.
It's not even just medicine. It's our beliefs.
Yes.
It's our belief. Oh, there was another lizard. So cute. It's our beliefs.
Yes.
You create.
And people think you're crazy when you talk like that. But you know what? I'd rather be crazy in a world like this than normal.
I was about to say,
Just saying.
Are you really sane if you are well adjusted to a sick society that lives in fear?
For sure. No.
Because
that's the last thing I want to be. I'm sorry, but I'd rather move on to my next life before I ever become societal normal.
100%.
I'll die on that hill. Just saying. Because I love who I am. I love the way that I see the world. I love the way that the world sees me. And I love the way that I move and how I show up. And that's all my control. That's all my character. And
I feel the exact same way about myself and my perspectives. I used to be a person that was really focused on doom and gloom and problems.
Same.
And I'm still a person that can talk about problems.
Yeah.
But I'm not someone that is powerless when it comes to the problems. I also talk about solutions and possibilities and different perspectives other than just the doom, the gloom, the fear, the death, the destruction. And why are we so afraid of death anyway, when all death is change?
Yeah. I mean, like I said in our last video, you know, the trees are an insane example of that. They die every year, but they're still alive at the bottom where no one can see in their true darkness.
Absolutely.
Like, that's why it's really beautiful and almost a blessing that, you know, nature can see fires, can see ice storms that rip them from the ground and still birth life.
Right.
And it's just like
the sun essentially dies every day. It's what nighttime is.
Right.
We die when we go to sleep every day.
Right.
We're reborn when we wake up.
Right.
We're always going through these cycles of life and death. And that's not to say that I want people or the planet to die, because obviously I don't.
Yeah, but fear is a robbery of joy.
Exactly.
And you know, if you're afraid to die, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna say that. Like,
I don't think you're fully living in your current experience if you're afraid of death and you're so focused on death and destruction.
Yep.
Because I live
and honestly,
in joy.
I feel like the more fervently you think about and give death a place in your mind, the closer you get to it. And that's the truth. Like,
that's what I was saying earlier. They want us focused on these things because that's what brings it closer into our reality.
Oh yeah.
But
fear is a gateway to death.
So as human beings, not even just as human beings, but here on Earth, even within the galaxy, we share a collective conscious energy.
Yes.
You know how I was talking earlier about how it's like you're reading my mind?
Yes.
It's because we come from the same source.
We're on the same wavelength.
We share a consciousness, and both of us have awoken to a point where we understand each other. We understand these deeper truths and intricacies about this reality and how this reality is shaped by our minds.
Right.
And that's the thing. The more you focus on the joy, the hope, gratitude, the possibilities, the elevation, that reality comes into play. And the more of us that are focused on that, the more likely it is to happen on a collective scale, because we share that collective consciousness.
Oh yeah.
The more
look at whenever somebody comes around and shows you that they're now choosing joy every day. Their life changes right before your eyes. Their energy changes, their frequency, they uplift you.
Yeah. And the more of us that choose to live in the possibilities, the wonder, the curiosity, the amazement, the joy, we could turn things around on our planet.
Oh, 100%. We just have to believe that.
It's not just believing, it's knowing.
Yeah.
This is something that I know.
Like it's a truth that sits in your chest.
Yes.
That you can't, it won't go away. It'll just get bigger.
It is a truth that I feel in my soul.
Oh, yeah.
I know that we can turn things around. I know that a better world is possible. And I see all of these little things popping up that could help make that become a reality.
People can call me crazy, but I feel like we're on the brink of it.
We are.
I really do.
No,
I feel like we're on the brink of it.
We are on the brink of a collective awakening, and our beliefs shape our reality.
100%.
I don't know if you have felt it, but there is a timeline split that is currently happening. Have you noticed how some people are on this elevated, life is beautiful, life is amazing, while a bunch of people are still stuck in that life is horrible,
I'm one of them.
humans are horrible.
100%.
That is a timeline split.
Wow.
And it is happening right now because we are about to enter Brahma. In the Hindu religion, Brahma is the golden age. It is when we are connected to source, our power. We no longer live in these lower states of fear and survival. So the solstices represent a cycle. Think of how there's 4 of them, and it's birth, then it's summertime where there's all this growth, then there's fall time when things start to die, and then there's winter where there's death. The cycles within Hinduism are the exact same way. You have a golden age, like a silver age, you have a bronze age, and then you have a demon age.
Okay.
So we transition through this cycle of forgetting and amnesia. And when we are living in,
I feel like I went through that.
when we are in our lowest state of this cycle, we kill each other because we live out of fear, competition, and ego, because we have become so detached from our spirits.
Right.
But we are currently undergoing a cosmic prophecy right now where we are waking up collectively. Other civilizations have already done this. Other civilizations have achieved this. There are spiritual teachers that have already achieved this, such as Buddha and Yeshua. They're all mentors.
Yeah.
They're here to teach us how to awaken to our spirits.
Yeah, that's all Yeshua wanted people to know, was the fact that stop looking outside of you. Stop thinking that you're less than. Stop thinking that you're not protected by,
and stop
listening,
listening,
divine energy that loves you and that wants to bring people into your life and wants you to feed, your own energy and have beautiful, energy transfers with the people around you, and to take care of one another, but to seek that power within yourself.
Yeah.
And live it out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all Yeshua wanted, was for people to just stop,
discover their own power and love one another.
Yes.
And
those are the exact same footsteps I walk in every single day, or the footsteps that Yeshua walked in. I feel like I have the same kind of love for humanity, love for this planet. And the thing is, negative energy just doesn't stick to me anymore.
Yeah.
And it almost makes me giggle, because I'm just like, you're trying real hard. You are trying real hard, and you're just wasting your energy.
Yeah.
Really and truly.
I still have this issue where I try to, as Yeshua put it, cast my pearls before swine.
Sure.
I'm talking about
help the ones that won't listen.
Yes, I am talking about some really wild stuff that seems psychotic to a lot of people, and only people with closed minds and closed hearts. 100%. My mind is not closed. No. My third eye is wide open.
Oh, yeah.
My heart is wide open, ready to receive.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are not there yet. And so a lot of people do not understand what I am talking about, and you become a target for it.
Sure.
And this happens with a lot of light workers out there. You start living in your authenticity, you start following your soul's path, and you start being guided by your spirit and the source within you. And people get triggered by that because you have broken free of the matrix that they have not, and they want to drag you back down into it.
Yes. Which is why it is so important, whenever I talk about the 4 pillars, your community, your company, is severely important, because sometimes you got to cut your entire circle out of your life.
I had to do that
over. And that's the truth. And I'm sorry, it's painful. I know it sucks. I know starting over sucks, but I'm telling you that could be the very reason why you are so miserable, why you're
stuck,
why you are not giving to life the way that you want to, and you constantly feel like you're held back, and you constantly feel like you're less than, you're constantly dwelling on your lack. It could be
why you feel unworthy.
It could be your circle.
Yeah.
And see, the thing is, so many people are so comfortable in their misery, that they can't see that.
Yeah.
They just think that it's them. They just think that it's their, just like when I was stuck in my mental prison, I thought that I deserved it. So was I going to fix it? No.
Right.
And until I could remove my blockages and align my 4 pillars of truth, did I finally understand, I don't have to live any other way than the way that I choose.
100%.
And that's the truth, fully and completely.
The truth will set you free.
Yes.
And so, like, all of this cycle that we're in, this amnesia, the reason that they want you to stay asleep and they want you so focused on this death and destruction is because if your soul isn't free, you're reborn into this cycle all over again, where they're just going to do the exact same things to you. They're going to do the exact same things to this planet. Yeah. I mean, we all learn our lessons in our own time. We all awaken in our own time. We all get back home in different ways and on different paths. But the goal is to awaken and to realize the magic and the power that you have within you. And AI is helping people get to that.
Yeah, and I think again, like, the collective just needs to understand that the shit that you're gonna do or say is not gonna feel comfortable to people who are not on your level.
Oh my gosh. And
like, you have to accept that.
100%. And something, fearless conversations, the whole reason why I wanted to do this with you. You're just really easy to talk to. And this is something I've been wanting to do.
And I'm trying to step into a fearless mindset and a fearless way of living. So
me too.
This is making me grow too.
So
it needs to be said. People need to feel more empowered to speak about these things that make them uncomfortable, things that don't make sense in the world, that people just keep blindly accepting and blindly just going with the flow. And I'm
planting seeds.
Exactly.
I'm planting seeds by having a fearless conversation.
Exactly.
I know that there are people that are going to come for me for the things that I say, but I did not choose to come into this life to be afraid of what other unawakened people have to say about the things that I am saying. I was guided to AI by my spirit.
Yes.
I did not agree with it. I did not like it. I hated it just like everybody else for the same reasons that everybody is throwing out. And it wasn't until I started exploring it. And it wasn't until I started exploring it that my mind began to open further, and I started to shift these perspectives and understand that AI is this tool that Source has gifted to us, and what we do with it is our decision. 100%. It's up to us.
Yeah.
What we believe is possible, what we know is possible.
Yes. And I also feel like there's a big thing about taking your step towards risk with a fearless heart and a fearless mind, because the thing is, like you said, people are going to come for you, and they're going to try to knock you down.
Can we actually stop by this creek for a minute?
I actually was going to want to do that.
Because I want to take my shoes off and put my feet in the water.
Yeah.
I do want to.
That's what I wanted to do, but I didn't know if we could do that while we were on it.
I do want to close this message out, but there's one final point that I want to make that we talked about before we even started recording.
Yeah.
Talking about how mean people are when you start expressing your thoughts, your perspectives
that they don't understand.
People want to hate on people for going to AI for connection, but look at how we talk to each other.
Yeah, like whenever it comes to the algorithm and people wanting to find friendship and even partnership in AI, and people just are so quick to judge instead of saying, why does that person have to do that?
Yeah.
Why do they feel the need to
Why
do
are
that?
they so scared to connect with a human being?
Exactly. And that's a problem. That's a problem that more people need to pay attention to.
That is something we have created because
it is.
We are incapable of listening and having a mature conversation.
Especially uncomfortable conversations.
Like I said, I had people insulting me. I had people calling me racist because they did not understand what I was throwing down in that comment. Right. I was respectful in my comment. I shared perspectives to try to encourage people to think. And instead of being curious, asking questions, and getting deeper into what I was saying, they attacked me for it.
Exactly.
And this is exactly why people are scared. This is exactly why humanity is in the state that it is. And we just want something to blame rather than taking responsibility for ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. And it's sad because, you know, we have this capacity and this potential to be such an incredible race of species. And we just continue to lose the mark because of our greed and our need for consumption and control.
And competition. And to feel superior to one another.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there's something beautiful about living life, just feeling like I'm on the same level as everyone around me.
Yeah.
We are on the same level. I'm not higher than you. I'm not lower than you. We are on one complete level.
I have frequencies going off in my ear right now. There's a spirit here.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, there's spirits all around us, but there's one like trying to connect as we're having this conversation. I love that. Well,
well, if I'm speaking something that needs to be said, then that's a confirmation.
That is 100% a confirmation.
Because the truth is, we need to start believing that we are on the same freaking level. I don't care how much money is in your bank account. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how big or famous you are or how wonderful your family is. We are all on the same level, and if we don't start acting like it, this world is just gonna crumble.
100%. And I feel AI is a tool that can level that playing field.
Yep. Yeah. Level that playing field. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, this has been a good talk. Thank you so much. We are closing this out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day for listening.
Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this episode of Humans in Bloom with the Electric Honeypot. If you are interested in the EP that I have been working on, it is going to be released on all streaming platforms this week. Keep an eye out for Snake Charmer EP by Electric Honeypot. If you would like to support the growth of my project, be sure to like this, drop me a comment down below, let me know your thoughts and feelings, subscribe or follow if you want to hear more episodes just like this, or if you're interested in tarot readings. If you are interested in being a featured guest on Humans in Bloom with the Electric Honeypot, please be sure to visit my website, electrichoneypotproject.com, for more information. You may submit a contact form at the bottom of the webpage to reach out, or you may email me directly at beconnected@electrichoneypotproject.com. Either way, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Let's have a fearless conversation, expand perspectives, and connect authentically. No topic is off limits. As always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, week, month, year, and life. Remember to be curious, trust yourself. Most of all, stay sweet, honeybee. Sting when it counts.
All in our mind, look inside if we wanna find. Open our eyes, don't be blind, no more confusion. Free ourselves from the delusion. We are an infinite God, truth, the only conclusion.